Time is 7:35 this morning. Meet the Press is coming up a little bit later here on NBC 10 Boston.
Joining us now is moderator Kristen Welker. Kristen, Jeff and I are excited to welcome you back. There has been so much buzz now within the Democratic Party that there needs to be a new person on the ticket. How likely is that to happen after this debate a couple days ago?
Jeff and Lauren, it is great to be back with both of you. Look, we will have to wait and see. I can tell you that there is widespread panic throughout the Democratic Party. I've been talking to sources throughout the weekend. Here's the state of play right now. President Biden is currently at Camp David. He is with family. This was a pre-planned trip. It was planned before the debate. I'm told, look, they were always going to discuss the state of the race during this weekend getaway. But of course, the debate, his campaign will now be front and center. Meanwhile, he's been defiant publicly. He's not going anywhere. Top Democrats have expressed their support for President Biden as well in recent days. The DNC, his campaign, trying to calm those jitters that donors, that Democrats and everyone in between who support President Biden are having right now. So the question becomes, what are next steps? If he decides to drop out, I'm told, look, this would be a decision that he makes with the First Lady alone. This would come down to a familial decision. They're going to have those tough conversations. I'm also told, look, everyone's taking a little bit of a beat right now. They're waiting for the next round of polling to sink in before they really get a sense of just how bad the damage is. But there's no way to sugarcoat this. I've been talking to his supporters, one person telling me he can't win, another person saying this race is effectively over. So it just gives you a sense of where this conversation's heading. It's a real tough moment for the Democratic Party.
Yeah, fascinating stuff. Let's talk about the other side right now, too. Did the debate on Thursday influence who former President Trump will now select as a running mate? Will his choice be more of a, quote, mainstream Republican? I know some of them are on this list, Kristen.
It's a great question. I mean, look, if you talk to some folks who are close to the former president, they will say it certainly gives him a little bit more latitude to choose whomever he would like to choose. So who will that be? Who does he feel he will have the best working relationship with? Who's the most loyal? Those are the kinds of questions that Donald Trump asks. He's not as focused as the electoral impact from his perspective, and you've heard him say this publicly. He doesn't think the vice presidential pick has that big of an impact on the final results of the election. So the folks on the short list, we know Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio, Florida Senator Marco Rubio, and North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. He is, of course, going to be on the program today. We have him exclusively, and we are really looking forward to that conversation.
Yeah, all eyes are no doubt glued to this race, and we will be glued to the program later this morning. Kristen, thank you so much.
And, of course, Meet the Press comes up at 10:30 this morning, followed by a brand new episode of At Issue right here on NBC 10 Boston.